this demonstration we're going to have a look at modifying and viewing the properties of a virtual machine. So what we'll do is we'll go with our Demo 5 virtual machine, right click, have a look at the properties. And what we have here, just on the first page, we have the name of the virtual machine, description. We can also put in here as well, change the owner for example, in the case of searching or modifying the ownership of the virtual machine. We could specify the cost center. Again, we may be hosting a data center, so what we may want to do is have different departments having their virtual machines hosted internally, and what we'll do here is, depending on which virtual machine, will depend on which cost center. We can also stick a tag in here as well, also quite handy for searching as well through the various virtual machines that we have in place. We can see the virtual machine is currently turned off. It's currently running 64-bit edition of Windows Server 2008 R2. We can see when it was added, when it was modified, what happened on the last refresh, what happened on the last refresh time as well. Onto the hardware configuration tab. So what we can do here is we can modify the hardware configuration of the virtual machine itself. Very similar to what we could do in Hyper-V Manager. We can also add new hard disk, add SCSI adapters, DVD, network adapters, either emulated or synthetic for things like Pixie booting virtual machines, and we can also remove hardware as well. In the case of all of the settings, anything I highlight on the left hand side here, we can then modify the settings of the virtual machine within the right hand pane. Checkpoints will show me any checkpoints currently associated with these virtual machines or this virtual machine, and these are exactly the same as what a snapshot was in Hyper-V Manager. We can specify things like custom properties as well, so what I might decide to do here in custom 1 is specify something like test. Again, quite handy to do searches against. In the case of the settings tab, what we can do here is we've got self-service settings. So what we can do is we can install self-service for virtual machine creation. This will allow our users to create virtual machines through the self-service portal and also manage those virtual machines. Now, depending on the amount of hardware these virtual machines require will depend on how many quota points we may give to the virtual machine itself. We then give the users a set of quota points. Once they've used all their quotas, they can't then create any more virtual machines. Then on the Actions tab, what we have here is we've got Automatic Start Action, so we can specify exactly what to do in the case of the Hyper-V host starting up, and we can also decide what to do when the Hyper-V shuts down as well. So click OK here, and that was a very brief demo of having a look at the settings associated with a virtual machine. Thanks very much.